All right. I am back. And I've had some time to think, as I said I would. And what have I been thinking about, huh? This game, of course, and all the crazy stuff that's been going on. There's a couple, as has, I guess, become the trend with me. I'm going to be talking a bit before moving on. And so just to start, I'm going to talk about my performance in the last trial. Specifically, I dropped the ball. I think it's fair to say that. And I've been sort of thinking about why and how that happened. And maybe I'm wrong. That's just sort of my thoughts and about specifically what happened. And I would say I was able to get the how done it right. I mean, I wasn't perfect and I didn't get everything that perfectly, but I think I was able to follow the logic of what exactly was happening pretty easily, like the minutia, the individual series of events that occurred. The issue that I seem to be having, though, is that although I can understand the pieces of what's going on, I don't seem to be able to connect them together. And the example that I was thinking about since last time I played was when I can't remember specifically when I first realized it, but I don't know if it was early, but I was able to, I realized that the conference room, well, even before the trial started, I had suspicions that the conference room was where the film that Hajime saw was actually occurring. It was occurring in the conference room. The moment I thought that or realized that, Mikan should have become a suspect, like immediately. I got hung up on the question of whether it was a recording or a live feed, but even so, Mikan should have become a suspect regardless. And then during the trial, Kaz even said, yeah, it's not a, you can't record on that. So that should have been further confirmation. But just in my mind, I just didn't make the connection. I just didn't. It's that, hindsight is, hindsight's 2020 vision. And it's, yeah, so once, the issue is once I've had Chiaki and Nagito explain it to me, then it becomes obvious, but it kind of stings a bit when it seems like it's so obvious that I should have realized, but I just was not able to do it. So unfortunately, that sort of interruption and the breakdown of my ability to figure out what was going on kind of, what would I say? Kind of halted my enjoyment of it, I guess, of the trial. Because I think this happens in like Ace Attorney or games like this, where you sort of get into a flow of things and you want to keep going with the flow. Like you want to hit them with, bam, answer, bam, answer, bam, answer. You're moving smoothly through the trial, and it's high stakes and excitement. But unfortunately, I got stuck, and so suddenly all that momentum I was building and all the flow through the scenes got interrupted, and it just kind of took the enjoyment out for me. But that's not to say that the trial itself was bad. I don't think it was bad. Some stuff is still kind of weird to me, I think. What specifically? I don't know, some of the decisions, like the whole pillar wrapped in a pillar thing, kind of seemed a bit off. Just, how would you get the idea for that? And I understand that it was all in service of confusing the time to death, but and like the whole rope thing, I'm more upset that I never was able to catch on that it was Mikan. The whole thing with the rope, I just needed to read the evidence again, because once I read the evidence on the rope, then it was obvious that was the thing I had to do. So overall, at the end, I got a B grade. That's kind of my feeling. That's kind of, it's good. My experience was good, but it wasn't over the top amazing. If I think about anything else to say about this, I guess I'll come back to it, but I'm going to move on now to the second thing I kind of want to address before moving on, and that's Mikan being the culprit. So my thoughts before were kind of about the trial. Now I want to talk about Mikan. And now that I've had time to reflect, I got over my disappointment over my performance, and now I can just think about the implications of what I've seen and what I've heard. I'm pretty sad about this. I made some pretty strong statements at the beginning of this incident, where I didn't want to be able to feel sympathy for whoever did this, and I wanted them to be punished, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think, I said I wanted to be able to enjoy seeing them get executed. Unfortunately, I don't think that's the case, because with Mikan's breakdown was just quite sad. I was thinking back to the second trial with Peko, and how I talked about that whole thing where she was calling herself a tool and that sort of thing. It was indicative to me that she had either been brainwashed or she had been broken down so much that she no longer felt or thought of herself as a person, and that just made me sad. I get a similar feeling here with Mikan, and that she, it's been a constant of her character that she is the bullied one, and it's not amusing to me or anything like that to see that kind of thing. And I mean, we get examples of this sort of thing in real life. People just get, it's especially horrible when it's kids or teenagers. They get pushed so far that they either become suicidal, which is too awful to think about even in and of itself. But then there's what we see happen in this incident, where rather than focus inward and destroy themselves, they explode outward and seek to destroy others. And it seems especially interesting that she's directing that towards her classmates. It's interesting that Hyoko got killed by her, but it was kind of a coincidence. It makes me wonder. I guess Ibuki was chosen just because she had the most opportunity to do it, because she was caring for Ibuki, and Ibuki was gullible, so she could very easily manipulate her to get her where she wanted to. But I'm curious what we're gonna see when I pop back in here. Mikan did. She made some comments about despair, and it almost sounded kind of Junko-like, if I'm remembering right. And you know, that's not good, you know, for someone to get into that state of mind. It's just sad. And I think it might be, I think you heard me in the trial. I didn't want to think it was Mikan. Not only was I interrupted due to the fact that I couldn't figure it out, but I think part of why I couldn't figure it out and part of why I resisted was because I didn't want to think it was Mikan. She's been, well, it's sad to say, like, Pitiful kind of comes to mind, but it's bad to feel, you don't really want to feel pity for someone, because pity's kind of a negative thing, at least to my ears. But unfortunately, that's kind of the way it tracked for me. She came off as a kind of just victim over and over. And I think I said it during the trial, but unfortunately what was it I said? You know, being a victim of abuse does not give one leave to abuse others. It absolutely does not. And so hearing her say, forgive me, it was kind of heartbreaking, but at the same time, we can't forgive you for this. We can't. We just can't. And so now I'm gonna have to watch Monokuma, you know, devise some wacky way to kill Mikan, and I'm not gonna be able to feel, well, once again, I am reminded of Makoto in Danganronpa 1, and I always admired Makoto's spirit throughout the first game, where ever since like the first trial in that game, Makoto drew a very clear line in the sand, and he said, you know, regardless of, I can't remember who, Leon was one in the first one, but also the girl, I can't remember her name at the moment, but Makoto was saying, I am going to blame Monokuma for this. I am not going to allow Monokuma to force me to be, to force me against my friends. And, you know, he would say things of that nature. And I want to feel that way too. Like, I'm upset about what Mikan did, but more than that, it's terrible about the situation we've all been forced into. And I guess I think I'm just ranting now, so I'll end it now, but all I'm trying to say is, well, I'm feeling differently now than I thought I would at the outset of this whole thing. And I guess that goes to the game's credit, you know? I was kind of incredulous at the beginning, like, how are they going to make me feel for whoever did this? And they did it by, you know, revealing that, well, it wasn't their intention to kill two people, and the person who did it is not necessarily evil, but is someone who is under immense psychological pressure and may have been driven insane by years of bullying and psychological torture, essentially, and that doesn't... Well, let's just move on. We're gonna hear more of what Mikan has to say, I'm sure, and I'm sure it's not gonna be pretty. And then we're gonna hear Monokuma give his sentence. So let's Head back in. So, here we go.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Referring back to the trial, I need to be able to think about the big picture more, because I just was not able to get a handle on who the culprit was in this one. So.
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Let's go!
Let's go. Yep.
Well now. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
So it would seem.
I won't forgive you.
It's an interesting question. Yeah, I don't, you know, it's, we only just met each other a few, well, what, a week or two ago? Or like, I can't remember how long it's been since the beginning of this whole thing. But yeah, I don't know about Mikan's early history. I know she has a history of being bullied, but I don't know much more about her than that. I didn't spend any free times with Mikan, and that, I'm kind of sad about that. At least I don't think I did. And I probably should have. Yeah, this could be, yes, I kind of need to know more about Mikan's thought process. Like, were you Mikan? Because if you were, then, well, is she just broken? Is she gone?
What's going on? Hey.
Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like.
Well, that's obvious.
But you're saying no longer. So you're saying the Mikan we knew wasn't a fake, but it was just different, right?
Hey.
Oh. Really? You mean right now, or during the days leading up to the event? Son of a gun. 'Cause she was in direct contact with the despair disease cases.
What?
If she did this under the influence of the disease, oh man. Hold on, did you say Mikan also had the despair disease? Then that means she was...
What?
My body's heavy. No, not just heavy, it's somewhat... Are we saying Hajime got it? Hot. Oh, hot. Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, that's a bit of foreshadowing I did not catch. High fever.
It cannot be.
That's awful. Like, that actually sucks. Not that... I'm not saying the game sucks or anything. I'm saying that if this is the case, that Mikan was under the influence of the disease when she did this, that's terrible.
Perhaps
And Monokuma did this. This is like more direct than the game or the movie.
See? Jeez. Isn't that right?
Say what now? Ultimate despair. Yes, because if Monokuma caught, like, this is like Monokuma actively causing this to happen more directly than I think's ever been done before. If I'm catching his meaning.
Possible.
Oh, that too, I guess.
Oh?
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
What's this now?
Huh? Huh?
Is this Mikan background we're gonna learn now? Her backstory? They?
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me.
That's an awful thing to hear. This would suggest to me, anyway, that she believed that everyone else hated her, like everyone she'd ever met. That's an awful thing to hear.
They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation. It's love.
Okay, I didn't expect this angle.
Hey.
Yeah, this is... I'm kind of as confused as Nagito seems to be.
Well,
It certainly can be.
how amazing. Could it be?
Yeah, now I'm not sure.
This is...
So, okay, so maybe it is that, but then also this? Oh, you mean like her memories returned? Remember. Your symptom was you were able to remember? Remembering disease.
But... such despair.
Yeah, this is, What do you mean by that? Yeah, this is what I was afraid of. And I don't know how exactly, I don't know specifically what happened, but She seems to have been beaten down so hard that she seems to truly believe that every single person she's ever met or ever knew hated her. And I mean, she was bullied. We know that for a fact. And she became like this because of that, but I don't want to imagine, I don't want to think about how bad it must have been in order to make her like this. But now I'm kind of worried about this beloved. She's saying she killed for her beloved. Am I getting that right? Who's this beloved? And what beloved would want... Now I'm worried... I did not know this was going to go this direction. Is this suggesting that someone saw this person, this cruelly tormented person, and then took advantage of them in order to make them even worse, to become murderous? That's awful.
Don't fuck with me!
Yeah, who are you talking about? It better be not someone who's here. Are you saying this is Mikan? She's the real Mikan? Mikan, please answer me. Did you really remember? You ended up like this all because you remembered? There's no way I can believe that. There's no way the person you are right now is the real Mikan. So this again. This thing that I'm pretty sure wasn't mentioned in the first game, and I don't know if Ultimate Despair is a part of World Ender, or if World Ender is a part of Ultimate Despair, or I don't know the relationship, so I guess I do need to know more about this, so let me know.
Are you serious?
You just remembered, that's all, yeah. Future Foundation. That's not ringing any bells. Was that in the first game? I don't recall. Future Foundation. Future. Is that what that says? Well, I wouldn't know that.
Hey.
Yeah. So World Ender was Future Foundation, huh? Unfortunately, that doesn't mean anything to me. Huh. Claim the world.
This is bad.
Oh. I feel like I need to look back on the first game and see what did Jungo during the last parts of the game. I'm pretty sure they talked about Ultimate Despair a lot, right? Wasn't Ultimate Despair an organization, or at least a group of people? I was confused because Nagito said that just now that Mikan was Ultimate Despair, but I don't think he was referring to an organization. I think he was saying she had the despair disease specifically or something. But now I don't know. Oh, you're saying Monami is a part of this organization. Not. Well, why would we believe anything you say?
I am Monokuma!
Don't laugh like him.
Hey,
That's still a thing, huh?
Oh?
Well, Nagito just asked, so I'm pretty sure he does.
of course not.
So the countdown is a reference to the traitor?
Oh?
Huh?
That is...
I won't believe it. There's no way I can believe you were like this all along. Because if that's true, and who's the person we've been spending time with up until now? The past? I don't like the way you talk about that thing.
Oh?
This present self of yours doesn't seem all too great.
Well... Do you understand?
I mean, you're not wrong. Memory is very, very important.
Hey. Hey, hey! Damn it!
Oh?
Yes, indeed.
So she just said that she implied that Monome was a member, but then Monokuma said that neither he nor her are members. I want answers, but I just get more questions. Damn it, why? Mikan, why does it have to end like this? It's too pointless. This is too much.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I don't want to see this, man.
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them.
So they're dead? Is that what you're saying?
Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Launched into space, huh? That's the kind of wackiness we can expect from Monokuma. Yeah. It's finished. Is it really finished? The killer who killed Ibuki Miyoda and Hiyoko Seonji was Mikan Sumiki. But it wasn't the Mikan Sumiki we knew. She's been executed. She apparently committed her crime because she was afflicted by the despair disease. So what? What's finished? Nobody wanted it to end this way.
Let me ask.
Damn
I don't know, man. This despair disease stuff is... It came out of left field for me, and... Like, how do we know that wasn't fake? Like what Mikon said about the memories and all that nonsense. I think it's probably real. Because I don't think it makes sense for them to bring it up just for it to be fake, but... Harsh words, but I kind of see what you're saying.
But isn't that right?
This one's gonna be tough to move on from, Nagito. We don't all have your philosophy.
Please wait.
Like a house of cards collapsing in an instant. In the end, our friend we thought we knew ended up showing us a completely different side of herself, and that side sucked. And then she vanished from our sight, leaving behind only her malice toward us. And now there's no way we can just move on and try to have a clear-cut attitude about these feelings. That's clearly impossible.
Damn it!
Wrong.
What is this traitor nonsense, man?
Come on.
What? Are you saying Monomi's the traitor, or that the traitor would kill Monomi? What are you saying?
Hmm?
So both Monomi and the traitor are pawns of the Future Foundation? So Monomi's not part of it, but she is a pawn of it?
You fiend.
Phew.
Hey! Hey, hey!
Hey,
Special event. Oh, Nekomaru.
Huh? Hey! Hmm.
So just as I thought.
Yeah, fair enough.
However,
Fine.
Sorry I doubted you, Gundam, earlier. I honestly had I didn't have anything else to go on because I couldn't make the connection, so I doubted you, but I shouldn't have. You were acting weirdly defensive, man. I didn't know how to react to that.
Silence.
You don't have to worry, Sonia. I'm sure your feelings are reaching them.
right?
Kane.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go. Nekomaru's coming back. When we heard that, we were unable to contain our excitement as we jumped into the elevator.
Uh-oh. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you were gonna say something.
Hey! No way!
Well, you got busted up pretty bad.
What's this?
Well, that does not fill me with confidence. As soon as we exited the elevator, we started running. Hurry! To the beach on the first island.
All right!
Even though our minds were completely exhausted, strangely enough, our bodies felt light. Without stopping for anything, we kept right on running toward the beach on the first island. Where in the world is Nekomaru?
Hey,
Listen!
We raised our voices. We looked around the area. We raised our voices again. We looked around the area again. And so on and so forth. We kept looking for him, but
Hey, hey! Damn it!
that's when it happened. We heard a familiar voice echo throughout the beach.
What happened? Were y'all looking for me?
Well, it sounds like him, all right.
Could it be?
With high hopes in our hearts, we turned towards the direction of the voice. And then we saw something truly unbelievable.
Huh? What the?
Yo, I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
It?
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing!
What is it? What?
The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
What? Yeah. That. So, he's a... What? He's a robot now? 9 days left. And then the traitor will be revealed? Or something will occur that will allow us to know who the traitor is? Mm-hmm. Three people. That's crazy. Great, thank you. Just what I wanted. Yes, I would like to, please. Okay, I'm gonna end it here. Last time I went on for quite a while, longer than I would want. So I'm gonna end it here. I talked about pretty much everything I wanted to, I think. I've got to unpack all the stuff we learned about Mikan this time. So she was afflicted by the disease. The disease was a remembering disease, and that made her remember the 2 years, during which time she met a beloved, which she became convinced was the only one who accepted her and that everyone else did not. And it was for the sake of this beloved that she killed 2 people. Well, I guess that's that. Next time we will move on, I guess. Move on with our new robot friend. I don't know how to think about that, really. Okay. I'll catch y'all next time. I hope you're all well, and I hope you continue to be well. So catch you next time.